Hi, welcome to another day of Swift programming. Now, today I accidentally left out day 35. It was a typo, so I'm going to do something special. Now, in the previous video, we made a head counter. So what I'm going to do today is do the same thing. Now, we did that with the ordinary storyboard uh, with Xcode 10. In this one, you need to have Catalina and I think that's what it's called, and Xcode 11, I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, yeah, Xcode 11. Yeah, you need that. All right, so we're going to this with Swift UI. It's where things are going. Storyboards are a pain. If you're using GitHub and merging things, you'll come across a lot of conflicts and nightmares. And anyway, let's get to it. So we need a new project. So let's go create a new Xcode project. And I'm going to call this one head counter Swift UI. Might have to call it number 2 because I've already done a little demo just to check everything runs smoothly. I'll put this on the desktop. Alrighty, so this is Xcode 11. It's quite unique, so it might be new to you. Yep, just make sure you've got Catalina installed. It works best, and I'm not quite sure if that update's available yet, so you might have to download it as a developer. But anyways, see how you go with that. And let's check it out. So if you don't have it installed, don't worry, just check this out and you might get an idea down the track when you do update. So we need to create a head counter view. So the first thing is we've got our text, hello world, that's fine. And we can, if we press resume over here, this will build our view and we don't have to actually build it in the simulator. We'll get automatic, well, if it doesn't, I got an error there, just press try again. And so just say, if I put, something in here, you can see it gets updated over there as well, and you can see how things are going. Now we need to think about our view in vertical and horizontal, sort of where we're going to place things. And what the great thing about Swift UI is it makes it really easy to make universal apps. So what we're going to do is, let's say this is going to go on the top, just like our previous one in Storyboard, and then we'll have our plus and minus down below. So what we'll have is a vertical stack with all of that, and inside that vertical stack we'll have our buttons running from left to right. So let's start off with the vertical stack. So to call that, you just do VS vertical stack, and then we'll put this label in there for now. And underneath that, we'll have a horizontal stack. Don't worry if the other side fails. I just did rounded bracket and enter. And then in the horizontal stack, we're going to have a button. So just type button. Now, I'm going to show you something pretty cool here. Can we do it? Let's see. It says it's not convertible. If you're getting an error, it sort of makes it a bit harder. Let's just do this for now. I'll show you something. So I'm going to create a button. This is how you create your button. And yep, that's good. And then rounded bracket. We'll have an action, and then it'll have a label. Tab. Yep, that's it there. Get rid of all that stuff in there. Okay, that looks good so far. Let's give it a title. Now this will be, so just do text, and the text will be plus. All right, now let's just let this build for a bit. Seems okay. Okay, good. Now let's zoom in a bit. Now you can see it like forming, looks okay. Might scoot some of these panels out of the way to get a clearer view. Now what you can do with SwiftUI, which is really cool, is I can just go over here and I want another button, and you can just drag it in there and place it where you want it. So I could put it in that horizontal stack, or I could put it beside the whole vertical stack and create a horizontal stack, things like that. So that's really cool. We'll do it and let's have a look what happens. All right, so there I've done it, and there's the button. I'm going to use this and put a minus, and the action, we're not doing that yet, but I'll just press enter there so it's ready to go. Just check that that's in that. Now there's the horizontal stack. All right, it's created two horizontal stacks, which I don't want. So what I'm going to do is get rid of one of them. And I want this inside this one. All right, that looks good. Now, we need a variable to change, and it'll update this. It's a label, but they just call it text now. And we need to put that, where we put our variables are up here, but what we do, well, I'm going to try this, but I don't think it'll work. So we're going to call it the counter, and it's going to equal to 0. And in here, we'll put that. So, yep, counter. And I just sometimes like doing that. It's, don't know if it's faster or whatever, but it still works for me. Now, that's good. Let's resume it, see if this works. It says it's okay. And then what we're going to do is, now we have to call self.counter in here. Plus equals 1. That will be the plus. And just copy that and put that into our, whoops, that's what's wrong. And put that into this action. So in the rounded brackets there, might want to put a new line. Don't want that on a new line. That should be okay. And this will be, now, here we go. So the left side of the mutating operation isn't mutable, self is immutable. So this is our problem. So what we have to do, because it's changing, we go at state, and this will allow us to change this within the buttons and also in the text field. Now it worked with the text field straight away, but in here we need to do that, and at state is the thing we use. Now, we want to test it. All right, so in our SwiftUI preview, now if you don't have the preview here, I've got to press try again for some reason. It's a bit buggy today. Down the bottom here is a play button, so just hit play. I'll just wait until that stops spinning. Okay, now it's ready. Now if we go up here, you can see the little hand, and there we go. And you can see we've got a problem already. That should be minus. All right, and it's updating the preview automatically. All right, and that saves a ton of time. And there's our head counter. Now it is a bit small, so you might want to look into the fonts for your text and things like that. So you can go font. There we go, and there's some built-in settings. Let's say it's a large title, and I'm just going to copy that onto that one and to that as well. Make it all bigger. That's a bit better. And there's a head counter in a way. All right, so that's it. We've completed it. You might want to do some more finer tuning, but that is the basic idea of how to create a head counter with SwiftUI. Thanks a lot. See you later.